time over here now.
Tampa Bay's 24-hour news source.
Talent to get the news, think it through, write it, back it up with research.
Keeping you informed.
When you need to know. Every day, all day.
Tampa Bay's 24-hour news source. News Talk 1040 Tampa Bay.
From everywhere USA, it's Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
Are you damn right it is, and we are fired up. In hour number 2 of Fox Across America, sponsored by the fine folks at Prevagen, which is for your brain. And if you're using your brain, you get on Instagram, you get on Twitter right now, and you wish Jenny Failla a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jenny Failla.
Jenny,
happy birthday.
Don't know the
Jenny Failla!
As Ryan Reese says, we don't know your age. We're not going to ask you your age because that's rude. How much do you weigh? That's a funny bit he does. But joining me now in studio to not only celebrate Jenny's birthday party, but to shake off a significant hangover from the Fox News Christmas party, the K train has rolled into the station.
Woo!
Kennedy's here and the crowd goes wild. Hello.
Yes. Hello, Jim.
Listen, man, I don't nitpick, okay? Fox threw an opulent, I mean, when you talk about a top shelf party, we were literally on the top of like a skyscraper facing the Hudson River.
That's right.
But it would have been a better party if it was a little bit louder. Can we agree?
They had a band turned up to 11 in a glass house.
The band?
There was no absorption of the sound. It bounced off of all of the glass.
No one had...
And right into your eardrums. And it's like, even the youngs who were there, the kids, the Gen Alphas were like, man, it's too friggin' loud. And you couldn't talk to anyone.
Can you hear anything? And no one in our building has a real voice today because everybody was screaming. And it is, to your point, the youngins. Mara Jetty, the great Mara, who handles your podcast, Kennedy Saves the World. Listen every day. I just saw Mara in the hallway. And her voice cracked like when you're a little boy answering the home phone and the person goes, Mrs. Failla? And you're like, hold on, I'll get her. And that was exactly what Mara just did in the hallway to me and Mikey. I go, Mara. She goes, ah.
Everyone.
So it was a wild night.
Yeah.
It was a wild night. A lot of drinks, good dancing. The band was great. We were
phenomenal.
We were in a place called the Glass House.
Yes.
She's not kidding. It was all glass. I don't know what you guys know about glass. There's not a lot of soundproofing.
So we had the Fox Christmas party at a bowling alley a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And they made these custom-made Fox News bowling balls. Mm-hmm. And I had to leave the party early, so I took one. And I've still got it on my shelf at home. That's a true story.
Two biggest heists in Fox history, that and Neil deGrasse Tyson, who declared on set he was stealing the mug from my TV show, and no one knew how to, respond.
Yeah.
He just, shoved Annie out of the way and put it in his man purse and walked out. And now we're short a mug. Yep. So if you see somebody with a solo cup on Saturday night's panel.
Someone stole my Kennedy mug from Outnumbered.
That ain't right.
They made me one. And
it's gone.
Yeah, gone.
Gone, all gone.
Someone keistered it.
I'm laughing.
I hope it was Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You know what? He's got
I hope he has, you know how coffee mugs leave rings?
Yeah.
I hope he offers to show me the rings around Uranus.
Boom! There it is. That's why you bring in the K train. Right away. Right away. Early in it. You don't have to wait for late in the interview. We're coming out.
Astronomical humor. Friends.
Well, I did say this at the top of the show today. If you're only going to read one article on the Daily Mail today, read the article about Megan Fox's boobs. But if you get finished in the men's room quickly. Today's guest has a nice article about the Erika Kirk, Candace Owens saga. That I have to tell you, I've been harping on this for a little while now. What's going on in terms of the people trying to exploit the death of Charlie Kirk for their own gain and engagement, which is what governs the internet. You need engagement. So it incentivizes people to take the most sensationalist approach to things in order to get people. You know, it's basically called trolling, I guess is what you'd say. But it's a really morally bankrupt thing when you're doing it in the face of a grieving widow who is clearly grieving on the largest stage they is, an unspeakable tragedy. So you wrote a column that I thought was great. So I want to tip my cap to whoever actually wrote it. I'm kidding. You did. It was fantastic. It was vintage Kennedy. And you had to be feeling something in order to write that. So where were you at emotionally when you decided that this was the column this week?
Tim Pool went on his podcast on Monday because he has talked about how someone fired shots into his family compound in West Virginia. And it's because he has been more vocal in his criticism of Candace Owens. Because, she just engages in gutter conspiracy theories because that's the only way to get traction in the environment that they're in. But it also feels like someone who is very deeply unwell is generating these conspiracy theories. And she is indulging herself constantly. And Tim Pool had enough of it. So it wasn't just, Brigitte Macron is a man. And there's a French hit squad who... They're going to kill me. I'm in hiding. They killed Charlie. Israel killed Charlie. And it was turning point. So Tim Pool had enough. And he was like, you have lost your mind. All you people who engage in this, you've lost your minds. And he's like, you are completely upending the MAGA movement, something that you helped to create. The guy who helped get him over the finish line was murdered. And he said the $1 billion question is, how much is Candace Owens making? In terms, how richly is she monetizing these ideas that Charlie Kirk was murdered by people at Turning Point?
Yeah, amen. It's the trolling game is very lucrative when it comes to something
and
like this, which
disgusting.
That's gross.
And so no one is saying anything, no one is pushing back, and it's kind of reaching critical mass. So on December 15th, Turning Point is going to have a live stream where they address all of her insanity and all of the claims one by one and surgically dismantle them.
And to be clear, when we're sitting here having this conversation, we're not calling for censorship. We're not trying to take anybody's speech rights. Let the free market sort it out.
That,
That's the point.
We are using our free speech to say,
exactly.
This is not right.
It's just garbage.
Yes.
It's just garbage. You have every right to do it. Okay. I could pause the interview right now and go over and stick it in that socket. Okay. I could. Does it make it a good idea? I've seen Mikey do it. He's gotten burnt multiple times. Okay. To walk awkwardly for about a month.
Why he's always walking around with a quart of salve.
He hates it. We're thinking about converting him to the Amish community so he stops doing it with the appliances. But it's been an intervention in its own right. But the reason
he could become a trad wife. They don't have appliances.
But the reason we were talking about this is...
I churn butter in the dark.
Amen.
At 4 a.m.
Listen, every video on Instagram, like you can tell what Instagram thinks of your child. If we could just take a sidebar here. Every video Lincoln shows me that's in his Instagram feed, his phone thinks that he is a man with Down syndrome in his 50s. It's just pictures of animals bringing him food and sexy girls whispering about the food. So like a donkey walks in with a giant pizza and goes, how many slices do you want, honey? His phone definitely thinks he's got issues. But we're talking to Kennedy about a lot of issues. And I brought up the Candace thing because people have been coming up to me and asking me about it. And they're doing so under the guise that like, she's the super patriot here. And I'm like, no, you guys this is pro wrestling. I don't even buy into the theory that she's crazy. Everybody's like, oh, she's crazy. I believe a lot of people who are following her are nuts and are genuinely bought it. I think she knows what she's doing.
But she's no different than Jasmine Crockett or Ilhan Omar.
Nope.
It's like all they're doing is lobbing bombs of insanity, trying to get as much attention as possible. They want to get votes. She wants to get engagement. Like, that's it. And it's like, hey, it's a form of prostitution.
That's a good way of saying it. Although prostitution has slightly more dignity.
Absolutely.
These days, slightly more. I've seen Pretty Woman. They've never made a movie called Pretty Conspiracy Theory. You know what I mean?
But it's like Charlie Kirk was her friend.
I know. Dirtbag stuff.
Yeah.
And again, they had a history for a while. It's part of the organization. They were doing a lot of great work. And everybody who was out there saying rest in peace doesn't seem to want to let him. There's been such a massive effort made to speak on his behalf. Listen, his wife has things to say. She's his wife. Let her say whatever she wants. Let her grieve in her own space, whatever way she needs to.
Yeah, and also, like, let her inspire people to carry the torch in his memory and finish the work that he had started and build upon the foundation that he had laid. That is what she's doing in honoring his memory.
Yeah.
And she is allowed that right.
Yeah, Erika Kirk, and she's showing you the way forward. Forgive the shooter, which a lot of people still can't even wrap their heads around. But when you are a principled person like that, okay, there's a consistency to your actions. When you are unprincipled, it goes from the Jews did it to the Egyptians gave help to the French are trying to kill me, but it was actually Turning Point who did the whole thing. So we're sitting here having this conversation today on the day his killer is due to appear in court. Okay, the guy who kind of got radicalized and fell into it with a furry.
By the way, looks exactly like Brigitte Macron.
In a weird...
Yeah.
But who is this elite unit that's making guys fall in love with furries and try to avenge that? I don't know that any military
Was that
has
at gunpoint?
That sounds like something that would have happened under the
Here's
Biden
a World War
military.
I bolt-action rifle. I'm going to put it to your head. I want you to make sweet love to this guy in a unicorn costume. Go.
Well, I don't know why Mikey just left the room, but there he went.
He's found a socket.
But yes, but the point is, okay, people could say whatever they want in this country. People can believe whatever they want in this country. That doesn't mean they should. And the biggest challenge, and this is the reason I'm so thankful to be at a massive platform like Fox News, is that we don't need, okay, the engagement, meaning we don't have to say sensationalist things in order to make a living. The internet is governed completely by clicks. And if click is the ultimate goal, then it breaks your compass instantaneously because it's always going to point towards what's going to get the most clicks.
Yes.
Whether you realize that or not, that just becomes the business model. And there's no way you could look at her actions in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death and not think this was motivated first, second, and third by clicks.
Yeah.
And
It's sensationalist garbage.
So we move on. One other thing that needs to come up this week, because it is a party week here at Fox. We have the Christmas party. Tomorrow night is the annual Kennedy Christmas party.
Yeah, allegedly.
There are a lot
How have you prepared your liver for that?
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Is it turmeric? Is it saw palmetto? Like, what are you doing to really cleanse between last night and tomorrow?
It's hard to imagine. It's been 3 days since most of those guests were just released under their own recognizance. The people from the year ago party. I mean, that was a hard party. There were people, I'm not kidding, I was smoking a cigar on the balcony, partly because I wanted to, but mostly because I had to make sure members of my staff did not fall off the balcony. It was
I'm proud of that.
We are, because everybody responsibly consumed alcohol and either took an Uber home or slept over. And you have to see Kennedy's parties because by like 7 a.m. it looks like a Civil War battlefield.
Yeah.
There's just people strung.
No, we had a guy sitting on our kitchen floor at 3 a.m. And
you leave Lincoln out of this. He stood up and gave a Gettysburg Address. He's like 4 shots.
Yeah, Pele's like, Lincoln's coming this year, right? And I was like, I think so. She goes, no, I already texted him. He's coming.
That's so funny. And that's the same thing that happened in our house. Jenny was like, Friday night, Kennedy's. He's like, I know. I talked to Pele. I was like, that's so funny. This is their Super Bowl, man. Come on.
I know. We try and play defense. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll get wristbands. And if anyone's wearing a wristband, they cannot drink. Do you understand? I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah. And then the only other problem is like our kids are so good with tech, they can counterfeit that wristband in a second.
Yeah, exactly. Holograms.
Lincoln is 3D printing wristbands as we speak. And he'll be in a good celebratory mood. He just passed his road test this week. Do you remember passing your road test? This is the most exhilarating thing. Because driving a car is flying.
Oh, I remember failing it 3 times in a row.
Did you now?
Yeah, on my 16th birthday, I could not wait, like Independence, the open road. They were calling me, and I tried to answer, and I went to the DMV in my mom's diesel Rabbit, and couldn't figure out why I didn't pass.
Wow.
And it took 3 tries, and then my mom finally hired a driving school, Jinx Driving School. And the guy came, Jinx, yeah. And the guy came to my mom's house and picked me up in a wagon and taught me how to drive. And I was like, I didn't know you had to stop before a railroad track.
I thought you're supposed to beat it. Yeah. I thought it was coming down. It was like a challenge. Well, look at you now. I've driven with you. I've driven with your tour manager, who he would not, or your tour manager, who I'm sure is a phenomenal driver, would not pass his road test if he drove the way he drives when I'm in his car. Can I just say that? he feels the need for speed.
Yeah.
There's a real Tom Cruise thing going on there.
Absolutely.
He somehow gets in the car, says, I feel the need for speed, and then he shrinks to 5'1". And then he steps on the gas with those tiny feet.
Yeah, and Lotus is like, if you keep driving like that, I will take a bus.
A bus?
Yeah.
Bring some money because Mom Donnie ain't making him free no matter what he told the kids.
No, not a chance.
The kids were lied to.
Yeah. Buses are not going to be free. Taxes are definitely going up.
Yeah, amen. That's why we can't have nice things. That's why we're going to be drinking at Kennedy's on Friday night this week.
Probably drinking the blue toilet water. No one knows.
Don't judge us. We've all been there. Back after this.
It's the show that leaves you hungry for more.
We'll probably sit around and cook some soup, eat bread and desserts, and just get all fat and sassy.
This is Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
You're listening to Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Stay informed with news at the top and bottom of every hour. News, information, and talk. News Talk 1040 WHBO.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Failla in the house, and let's talk about Madison Trust, because it is time to take the training wheels off your IRA. Stop letting Wall Street call the shots and upgrade to a Madison Trust IRA. It is a type of self-directed IRA, which allows you to invest in what you believe in. So we're talking about real estate, your buddy's startup, crypto, cattle. Move the money, baby. Doesn't matter. With a Madison Trust IRA, you are in control. Go to MadisonTrust.com. That is MadisonTrust.com, and take charge today. Madison Trust, your partner in financial freedom. Results may vary. Consult with a financial professional. Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Big news of the week up on Capitol Hill. Jasmine Crockett trading in her congressional badge for potentially a Senate badge in the great state of Texas. Joining me now, a woman who has already begun donating to her campaign. I kid. But this will be a fun ride.
I just want to see the sparks fly.
Jim Morrison. I'm going to get my kicks before the whole shit house goes up in flames. All right. That's all we're doing now. Congress is... Sadly, it's just become everyone is an Instagram influencer with a side hustle in Congress.
Yeah.
That's not unique to any one party.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of Nancy Mace, me going on. Obviously, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
R.I.P.
Did you see? That's funny. She did 60 Minutes this week, and she has recognized that there's value in being a Fetterman in your party. Mm-hmm. But Fetterman's doing it on principle. Marjorie seems to be doing it because she didn't get a seat at the table.
Yes.
And was
She's
like, I'll
throwing
show
a
you.
fit.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing people don't get about Fetterman, too.
But they don't trust her. The left doesn't trust her.
No.
They're using her.
She is like their latest, like, you remember when Corey Lewandowski worked for the Trump campaign, or Michael Cohen's another example, and they're like literally Hitler. And then the minute they got fired, CNN was like, come on down.
Yeah.
Where you been my whole life?
Yeah.
Notorious truth teller. And that's, you know, that's where she finds herself in this moment. But it is all very transactional. A lot of it is predicated on clicks, and it's disgusting. But we got a boat. We seized a boat yesterday off the Venezuelan coast.
Seize the boats. Don't blow up the boats.
It is interesting.
Why is that so difficult? It's like, it can be done.
It's you know.
There you go.
What happened is
you take the boat.
All it took was for somebody to show Trump Captain Phillips, and we stopped blowing up the boats. He's like, hey, you're mad at the Somalis. Why don't you do what the Somalis were doing? And Captain Phillips, and they're saving lives. Whoever Netflixed Captain Phillips last
I'm
night.
the Venezuelan now.
That's Trump. I am the Venezuelan. So we got a boat. It's been seized. Apparently, this started under George H.W. Bush. Trump implemented additional oil sanctions that Biden kept. So last night, it's funny, on CNN, Jake Tapper had their chief legal analyst on. And it's like, well, these sanctions started under Trump. She goes, oh, Biden kept them. This is actually pretty normal. I don't know what constitutes normal in the year 2025, but it would just seem really quickly that we're implementing what looks a lot like a Monroe Doctrine 2.0, and that we would at least like to control our own hemisphere. Do you give any credence to that?
Who's Monroe? Maryland?
The Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah.
So you're going to sleep with the Democratic nominee and his brother.
Hey, man, whatever it takes.
The rent don't pay itself. Listen, Kennedy saves the world on her podcast. She never said how. The point is, the world's been saved.
World's asking for it.
Look at how the world was dressed, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The world wanted
Those little short shorts.
Kennedy to save the world, and she's going to go do that now. I will see you at your party tomorrow night.
Yes, you will, Jim.
I will see 3 of you at your party tomorrow night. The great Kennedy.
Woo!
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You absolutely have to know.
What's going on with that? Here's what I got for you. Cool. That's pretty awesome.
News Talk 1040 Tampa Bay.
Number 1.
You are the best thing on the radio.